Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube tarot channel. This message is going to be for air signs for July 20th through the following week. Air signs, that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I'm trying out a different setup today just because I wanted to get both me and the cards in the frame. But please feel free to comment. I think I've tried a few different areas recording, so let me know if you have a favorite. And for the main part of the spread, we're going to be using the Neo Tarot. And for Oracle guidance, I'm going to be using the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Okay, so again, this message is for air signs. I have not yet shuffled, so I'm going to do that now. So I did see the Seven of Swords there. There may be some sneaky or deceptive energy around you right now. Okay. And coming up at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So I am picking up that, perhaps you're going through an emotionally trying situation, or it's just an emotional period for you. I know that with Mercury retrograde and Cancer and all the eclipses that we had, I do feel like, some emotional issues, some perhaps even, deep-seated and from the past, like childhood kind of issues, that kind of thing may have been coming up for people. So we have here, starting off the spread, the Magician in the reverse. So this can actually be air sign energy, I believe Gemini. In the reverse, this may be talking about you're in a position where you are trying to manifest, you're trying to create something new or start something new, but you're seeming to have difficulty doing that. And that may inform, part of why this Queen of Cups energy is coming up in the reverse, and so you're getting sort of frustrated or depressed or sad about the situation. Interestingly, this spread is read right to left. The second card coming up is a self-care tip to try, and it's a Sun card. This is the most positive card in the deck. So immediately off the bat, I'm getting from that there is required here perhaps a change in perspective. I am just going to look at, since this is a self-care, 6-card self-care spread, this book that accompanies the Neo Tarot deck has really great self-care suggestions. And so for each of the spreads, I'm just going to read the self-care tip for the second card, since that's a self-care strategy to try. So just give me a second here to find it. I always seem to have trouble finding this card's page in the book. Must be a thing. Okay, there we go. All right, so it says the sun's cosmic energy has been respected and worshipped by humans since time began. When was the last time you simply basked in it? Find a patch of sun on a relatively cloud-free day and lie down in it briefly. Feel its warmth and its life-giving properties. Let yourself breathe easier, emanating gratitude for the joy of the present moment. Think about what you can do to step even more fully into who you really are, and then go and do it. I love this advice coming up. I know it's particularly hot in a lot of areas across the country, so perhaps right now is not the time, but maybe like early tomorrow morning, or next week when it starts to cool off, if you have some time, just take some time to go outside and soak in the sun, and I really think that alone might help to transform this Queen of Cups and this Magician in reverse energy. So we have here in the third position, because again, the reading is read right to left. I know that it's in reverse for you, viewer. But we have here the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. It can be short-term victory. And just this is, in this position, this card is the what might be stopping you. And I'm sort of getting here, perhaps a couple of different meanings. One, that you don't necessarily believe or see, right, in your mind's eye, your own success. The fact that you have everything that you need here to create, right, as long as you co-create with the universe, that this is achievable. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, it's achievable. As well, I'm also picking up that, there may be external influences or factors. Say, for instance, if you're working on something and you're worried about the external accolades, that can sort of work as a distraction. Or if you're sort of, comparing yourself to others, that you're feeling like, I'm not getting as far ahead as I'd like, or this isn't happening for me as quickly as I'd like. And so I really think the guidance here is that you really have to, to that, the message, the self-care message from the Sun card, you really have to, recognize and believe in the light within yourself and the fact that you will be victorious in the situation, that you can create whatever it is that you want. So coming up next, we have the Five of Cups. And this is saying how to address this. And Five of Cups energy typically is about focusing on, disappointments and letdowns from the past to the detriment of looking at the two cups that are still upright in the present. I know that I'm far away from the camera, but yeah, so I feel like, the guidance here is really to not focus on past disappointments or failures, because if you're trying to create and to manifest and you're worried about what didn't work in the past, you will bring that energy right into your present and into your future. So instead, take the love and the lessons that you've learned from any past disappointments or mistakes, right? Any past betrayals by other people. Apply those now in your present so that you can figure out how to do things differently for your future, so that you can welcome in this new success and this new victory for you, so that you can manifest whatever it is new that you're trying to create here. And I do see here, for some of you, this may in fact be specifically related to a relationship, and whatever the status of that relationship may be, I do, this card here, there are two cups in the background. So, if this is a question about an ongoing relationship, this isn't necessarily, and if there's difficulty happening in that relationship, creating something new in that relationship right now, this is saying there is hope for the future, but you have to see it. You have to turn your back to the past and look to the future. The benefit of addressing it here is the Five of Wands, which is typically a card of conflict. But I'm actually kind of getting the opposite message here, which is that, you will resolve sort of any internal conflict as well as external conflict, perhaps, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're trying to create, that you're trying to manifest, the inability currently to do so is causing conflict either internally or sort of externally in your environment. And what I'm getting is that as you, dig deep and realize the sun energy within yourself, and in fact utilize the physical sun energy to promote your own energy, that conflict will subside. And I'm also getting that if there is in fact conflict, because sometimes when we are on our path and we are creating, it creates conflict in others, which really has a lot more to do with them than us. But what I'm getting here from the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands is that you'll be victorious over that. It's sort of like the disbelief or the shortcomings of others can't impart on you as long as you don't let it. You have to remember that you have this sun energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius or a fire sign person. There's a lot of fire energy in this reading. It's action-oriented energy. And it's interesting because it's all sort of couched down here underneath the Magician, which again is coming up in the reverse. So it's like this energy is available to you to utilize, but you have to realize that first. And then coming out lastly, you know, it's interesting because we have the Magician, the Queen of Cups, and now the Temperance in the reverse coming out last. And Temperance is normally a card of balance, you know, and I am picking up that, in fact, you will get balance in this situation. So what I'm almost getting, though, is, you know, what perhaps needs to be tempered here is your emotions with your actions. You know, you can't be so forceful with your actions to the point that you neglect your emotions. And conversely, you can't be so wrapped up, right, in your emotions that you forget to act. So let's go ahead and dig into the oracle guidance for air signs. I'm seeing here just surrendering to the journey. That wasn't a great shuffle. Okay, what are the messages for air signs? So we have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. And indeed they are with the Sun card here. Again, it's just going to take a recognition for you to see that. So I really hope these messages helped. I will be back within the week. I'm still sort of playing around with what my recording schedule will be. But again, if you have any opinions on the matter, please feel free to comment. If you like this reading and it helped you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notifications button so you can be notified when I do my next video. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.